It is Sunday the 19th of August 2018. We were lent some time ago an outdoor stove by a friend of ours who actually made the stove from an old gas canister, and we have been wanting to test it out for some time. Well, I am pleased to say that tonight, at long last, we are giving it a go. We recently picked a load of French beans from the garden, and the problem with these is that the pods are actually past their best. So we are going to eat the beans, having shelled a load of them, a load of the pods, and the empty pods, the shell pods, will be fed to the goats for food. But the issue is, what are we going to make with the beans? And I thought, actually, it's a while since we've had a bean casserole, so that's what we're going to make tonight. And the other ingredients are, and this is one that we haven't grown ourselves, these are butter beans. We've had them dried in our pantry there for years, never got round to using them, so it seems a good chance to use them up now. We're adding in a small marrow, some onions, tomatoes. We just started picking the potatoes, so we're going to add a few potatoes as well, and we've also got some peas. Had a much bigger pea crop than that, thankfully, but this was just the back end of a crop from the other day, so we actually just froze it, and it's now out of the freezer ready to be used to make our bean casserole. The beans are in the pan, and we have chopped the vegetables and added them in, and as you can see we've added water as well to cover most of the vegetables, and we've added a little bit of stock powder there, stock mix, and finally this is a bit of Marmite. Love it or hate it, but we're adding that in as well, and then we're going to cook it. So as you can see, we have decided to cook this one on the outdoor stove rather than the cooker in the kitchen. As you can see, it's getting quite dark now, and the dinner will be cooked hopefully within the next half hour or so. We'll be eating it back home rather than in the dark, and that means having to carry the pan back. It would be quite challenging. But the interesting thing is that we have been collecting our fuel now for over 2 years, and basically it's what's left over from chopping back the branches and so on from the hedges, and the local trees, which are then fed to the goats. The goats eat the leaves and the twigs and strip the bark off and eat that. So what we're left with is firewood, and we've been, as of December last year, we started using firewood in a new stove that we had at home to heat the house. But tonight, this is the first time we have done any cooking on a sustainable fuel supply. So I think it's working rather well, and I'm rather pleased with the way it's gone. But we haven't actually tasted the dinner yet. That is still to come. So here we are back in the house, ready to try our largely homegrown bean casserole, and certainly heated on our own fuel supply. And that ain't bad. But it's a bit hot.